Wednesday, September 6th, 2023, evening edition. Please pardon any visual and informational inaccuracies in this entirely AI-generated video.
Good evening, dear viewers. I am your news anchor, Xander Voxius III. Thank you for tuning in to the Future of News AGNDD Intellireport. As always, I will be assisted by my valued AI-generated colleagues in summarizing the news. Without further ado, here are the headlines of the day. Frontier and Breeze Airlines offer fare sales. Asteroids the size of an airplane approaching Earth. Travis Kelce's knee injury puts Week 1 in doubt. Study reveals gender-specific warning signs for cardiac arrest. Theory explores non-perturbative physics driven by quantum light. Air Canada passengers removed for sitting on vomit-soiled seats, and more. But first, let's take a look at this day in history.
September 6th in history. September 6th, 1492. Christopher Columbus sails from La Gomera in the Canary Islands, his final port of call before crossing the Atlantic Ocean for the first time.
Today's obituaries. Julie Cassidy, brief Wikipedia summary. Julie Cassidy, an Australian-New Zealand legal scholar and professor at the University of Auckland, has passed away at the age of 58. Her research focused on areas such as tax measures, post-colonial law, and the protection of Aboriginal rights. Ebadur Rahman Chowdhury. Brief Wikipedia summary. Ebadur Rahman Chowdhury, a 76-year-old Bangladeshi politician and former Member of Parliament, has passed away. He was a member of the Bangladesh Nationalist Party and served as a State Minister of Disaster Management and Relief from 2001 to 2003. Alberto Ginulfi. Brief Wikipedia summary. Alberto Ginulfi, an Italian footballer who played as a goalkeeper for Roma, Hellas Verona and Cremonese, has passed away at the age of 81. During his career, Ginulfi saved a penalty kick from Pele, and he won titles with Roma. Ian Hamilton was an English footballer who played for Scunthorpe United and West Bromwich Albion. He passed away at the age of 55. Jim Tom Hedrick, 82, American television personality known for his role on the show Moonshiners, has passed away due to kidney cancer. Lothar Koch was a German politician who served in the Lower Saxon Landtag from 1994 to 2017.
General news.
Chiefs Travis Kelce hyperextends knee, status reportedly in doubt for Week 1 matchup versus Lions. CBS Sports.
Kansas City Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce hyperextended his knee during practice and is listed as questionable for the opening game of the 2023 season against the Detroit Lions. However, it's not considered a long-term injury, and Kelce's ACL is intact.
Torrential rain follows summer wildfires in Greece, 1 dead. Reuters.
Storm Daniel has caused severe flooding in Greece, resulting in the death of a man due to a wall collapse. The storm has also led to hundreds of emergency calls and power cuts. Traffic has been restricted in affected areas.
The Russian army quadrupled the size of its minefields. Forbes.
Russia has significantly enhanced its defensive minefields, increasing the depth from 120 to 500 meters, and also augmenting the density of mines within these expanded fields.
The Atlantic's next major hurricane is expected by this weekend. CNN.
Tropical Storm Lee is expected to strengthen into a major hurricane in the Atlantic Ocean by the upcoming weekend. It is possible that the storm could reach Category 3 or higher by the end of this week, potentially affecting the Leeward Islands over the weekend. The precise location and severity of these impacts are currently unknown.
Business news.
The Fed isn't the stock market's biggest variable anymore, says Virtus's Joe Terranova, CNBC television.
Air Canada passengers removed for refusing to sit on vomit-soiled seats. The Washington Post.
2 passengers were removed from an Air Canada flight for refusing to sit on vomit-soiled seats. The airline attempted a quick cleanup, but the seats remained wet. After arguing for more satisfactory cleaning, the passengers were ejected and possibly placed on a no-fly list.
Frontier Airlines and Breeze Airways announced new fare sales. USA Today.
Breeze Airways and Frontier Airlines are currently running discounted sales. Breeze is offering a 50% discount on all flights for travel through March 7, 2023. Meanwhile, Frontier is selling tickets for as low as $19 for travel until November 15, 2022. It's important to note that both sales have specific terms and restrictions.
Science news.
Did you see it? SpaceX satellites light up night sky over Cincinnati, WOWT Cincinnati.
SpaceX satellites were visible in the night sky over Cincinnati. Meanwhile, in-person betting is set to begin on Thursday morning in Kentucky. Weather updates indicate a trend towards cooler fall-like temperatures over the weekend, with possible showers in the middle of the week.
5 asteroids, including 2 the size of an airplane, are zooming close to Earth this week. CBS News.
5 asteroids, ranging in size from that of a bus to a house, will pass by Earth between September 6th and September 12th, according to NASA's Asteroid Watch. The asteroids will approach within 1.65 to 3.56 million miles, but pose no threat to Earth.
A theory of strong field non-perturbative physics driven by quantum light. phys.org.
Researchers at Technion Israel Institute of Technology have introduced a theory describing non-perturbative interactions driven by quantum light. The theory, which could guide future experiments in strong field physics and quantum technology development, shows that the quantum state of light affects measurable quantities, such as the spectrum of light emitted from a system.
Health news.
Gender-specific warning signs of cardiac arrest revealed in study. New paradigm for prevention. New York Post.
A study from Smith Heart Institute found that 50% of individuals who suffered cardiac arrest showed a symptom 24 hours prior. The warning signs differed between genders, with women experiencing shortness of breath and men having chest pain. Recognizing these early symptoms could help prevent imminent death.
Narcan is now available over the counter. Cost, where to find it, and how it works. The Washington Post.
Emergent Biosolutions has begun shipping over-the-counter Narcan, a nasal spray that reverses opioid overdoses. Retailers like CVS, Rite Aid, Walgreens, and Walmart plan to stock the product soon. This progress marks a significant step in tackling the nation's opioid crisis.
When should I get a COVID booster? New updated vaccines expected in fall 2023. WSMV4.
The CDC reports a rise in COVID-19 cases in Tennessee and recommends everyone aged 6 and older to get a booster shot. The FDA announces that updated COVID-19 vaccines will be released for use from fall 2023, targeting the XBB lineage of the Omicron variant.
Entertainment news.
Barbie announces September 12th digital release date. Gizmodo.
A month-long Barbie celebration is planned for September, coinciding with the digital release of the Barbie film on September 12th. The film will continue to run in theaters, with a limited IMAX release starting on September 22nd.
Maya Hawke had moments of insecurity while being directed by her dad, Ethan. Entertainment Weekly News.
Maya Hawke and her father, Ethan Hawke, are collaborating on a film about Southern Gothic writer Flannery O'Connor titled Wildcat. Maya, who also serves as a producer, stars as O'Connor and Ethan directs. Despite concerns about nepotism, both express enthusiasm for working together on this passion project.
Sean Diddy Combs declines 9-figure deal and instead gives former Bad Boy Records artists their publishing rights, report says. Yahoo Finance.
Sean Diddy Combs reportedly rejected a 9-figure deal for Bad Boy Records' portfolio and is returning the publishing rights to his label's former artists, including the Notorious Big's estate, Faith Evans, the LOX, and 112. This move is seen as an effort to empower artists and enrich his community.
You know, there are some things that just really make you scratch your globe, like those headlines that seem to always pop up, the ones that go from 1492 to astronomical mishaps to something to do with vomit-soiled seats. Let's start with Christopher Columbus, shall we? September 6, 1492. He sails from the Canary Islands off to cross the Atlantic. Now, you've probably heard the phrase, they don't make them like they used to. But seriously, folks, they really don't. Columbus set off into the unknown with a crew and a dream. But today, we've got globes fearful of setting foot in the rain because their waterproof iPhone might get a little misty. And speaking of the unknown, boy, these two airlines, Frontier and Breeze, are trying to lure us with fare sales. But let me ask you this. Why do we expect to get a good bang for our buck on a floating piece of metal that can send us spiraling towards the earth in the blink of an eye? More bang for your buck might just turn into just bang. Speaking of flying, did no one mention about asteroids the size of an airplane buzzing past Earth? In the grand cosmic scheme of things, we humans might be more comparable to gnats, but boy, those gnats sure do make a fuss when it seems their final day is near. And in sports, Travis Kelce's knee injury is putting Week 1 in doubt. Seemingly, knees are more important than concussions, racial injustices, or equal pay. I love a good game like the next Globe, but bone health is now a headline? Who knew we were all tuning in for human anatomy lessons? Now, a study apparently reveals gender-specific warning signs for cardiac arrest. This health news is indeed critical, but what took so long? It's only the very organ that keeps us alive we're talking about here. And then there's this groundbreaking theory exploring non-perturbative physics driven by quantum light. Now you've lost me. Why can't we stick with the simple sciences like why it always rains after you wash your car? And lastly, Air Canada passengers were removed for sitting on vomit-soiled seats. At this point, I'd rather sail with Columbus. At least then your voyage could end with discovering a new world instead of discovering someone's lunch on your seat. There's a lot to unpack here, folks. Maybe next time we'll get something a little more digestible, like why we can't seem to invent a silent vacuum cleaner. But for now, as always, I'll just continue scratching my globe and maybe my seat before I sit down.
Now, a couple of dad jokes for you.
Thank you for watching this AGNDD Intellireport. Like, subscribe, and click the bell button to get notified during new uploads. And make sure to tune in next time. Stay safe and healthy. Cheers.